They say never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. But what happens when your enemy splits into two groups and they start killing each other? You let them weaken themselves, then you strike with everything you have. You saw the headline, and yes, this is exactly what is happening right now in the Nigerian northeast. Boko Haram and ISWAP are at war with each other. And while they are busy fighting themselves, the United States has chosen this perfect moment to launch massive airstrikes that could end both groups once and for all. This is not coincidence. This is strategic brilliance. We are going to break down the shocking civil war happening between these two terrorist organizations. We will explain why ISWAP hates Boko Haram so much that they are hunting down their former brothers. We will reveal how US intelligence has been watching this internal conflict and why American commanders decided that now is the perfect time to strike while the enemy is divided and distracted. If you want to understand how this could finally be the end of terrorism in the Northeast, please smash that like button right now. And if you are not yet a subscriber, click that button and turn on notifications because we are tracking the final battle. Let us get into what is happening. For those who do not know the difference between Boko Haram and ISWAP, let me explain quickly. There used to be one group. Boko Haram was led by Abubakar Shekau, the man who kidnapped the Chibok girls and terrorized the Northeast for years. But in 2016, a faction broke away and pledged allegiance to the Islamic State, calling themselves ISWAP, which means Islamic State West Africa Province. They accused Shekau of being too brutal, killing too many Muslims and not following proper Islamic State tactics. The split was bitter and violent. Since then, these two groups have been fighting each other almost as much as they fight Nigerian troops. They battle over territory, over resources, and over which group is the true representative of jihad in West Africa. When Shekau died in 2021, after detonating a bomb to avoid capture by ISWAP, many thought Boko Haram would collapse. But they regrouped under new leadership and the war between them intensified. Fast forward to today, January 2026, intelligence reports confirm that Boko Haram and ISWAP are engaged in serious clashes in the Sambisa Forest and around Lake Chad. They are ambushing each other, raiding each other's camps, and executing prisoners. This internal war has weakened both groups significantly. Their supply lines are disrupted. Their fighters are confused about which enemy to focus on. Morale is low. And this is where the United States comes in. American surveillance drones have been watching this civil war unfold in real time. They can see the camps, the movements, and the weakness. US military planners recognize that a divided enemy is a vulnerable enemy. This is the moment they have been waiting for. According to sources, the US, in coordination with the Nigerian military, is preparing a series of devastating airstrikes targeting both Boko Haram and ISWAP simultaneously. The strategy is brilliant. Hit them while they are distracted fighting each other. Use the AH-1Z Viper helicopters that just arrived. Deploy the Super Tucano jets Nigeria already has, and coordinate with ground troops to close in from multiple sides. The plan is to squeeze both groups at the same time so neither can escape or regroup. This explains why the US has ramped up military presence in Nigeria recently. The spy planes over Sambisa were not just random patrols. They were mapping out targets. The arms deals worth hundreds of millions were not just goodwill. They were preparation for this final offensive. Even Trump's ultimatum about stopping the killings was part of building political will for decisive action. Everything is coming together now. The timing could not be better. Boko Haram and ISWAP are weak, divided, and distracted. The Nigerian military has new equipment and better training. The US has the intelligence and the firepower. The pieces are in place for what could be the final blow to terrorism in the Northeast. But I want to ask you a serious question. Do you think airstrikes alone can finish these groups, or do we need ground troops to go in and clear every camp? Some people say air power is not enough, that we need soldiers on the ground to hold territory after the strikes. Others say the risk to troops is too high, and precision airstrikes are the smartest way. What do you think? Drop your opinion in the comments below. As we speak, preparations are underway. The helicopters are being deployed, the drones are circling, and the targets are locked. If this operation succeeds, it will be remembered as the turning point when Nigeria finally defeated the terrorists who have tormented the North for over a decade. If you found this analysis crucial, please smash that like button and subscribe for updates on this developing operation. Stay informed and pray for our troops.